I call it the merry-go-round rotation versus the Ferris wheel rotation. I always tell people, in the backswing, your chin's on a glass tabletop. In the downswing, your head's underneath the ceiling. Chin stays on a glass tabletop, push the handle away. That's what keeps the width and the connection. I'm so excited to see that we have the opportunity to do what I'm about to do with you in a minute here. It's fine.
That little like toey, kind of like loopy draw is just me getting the handle up and kind of coming out of it, right?
This is he's a freshman at Creighton right now. Shout out to my boy Gavin Gerch from Lincoln, Nebraska. Watch this golf swing first of all. Let me just play it through with sound. But watch this. Watch his head, you guys. Watch his head the whole downswing.
Doesn't move it.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. Watch Gavin's right knee. But even when it's about to start moving forward right here, watch how it just gets tugged back by the left going so far back. Look at that left hip. And you look at his butt on the screen where that 91.4 number is. Watch how it just hugs that. See how it barely comes off that? And look at that back there. So that's why his head stays like where it does and his spine doesn't move. You know, I tell people like how the hips should rotate. Think about your belt line as like your equator, your body's equator, okay? You want the belt buckle turning on your belt line. Notice how I'm not changing levels there? I call it the merry-go-round rotation versus the Ferris wheel rotation, okay? That's what's gonna get your hands zipping through there. It's actually gonna help you maintain your posture as well. So it's a feeling of me going like this, buddy, ready? Feel that?
Yeah.
There you go. Talking about how the hips move and how that left hip clears, that also helps us maintain our spine angle. That left pocket gets high, well, the right shoulder gets low. That left pocket gets back, well, everything covers the ball with the upper body the right way. You know, when I watch him from this angle, I love it because I'm seeing him so much more down in the shot. And like I told him yesterday, your head's always under a ceiling, right? I always tell people, in the backswing, your chin's on a glass tabletop. In the downswing, your head's underneath the ceiling. And that right there is very important, you know, so we're not changing our levels. And not changing our levels and seeing the head move is just a function of the spine staying in the same spot and the body rotating around that. How good was that, huh?
Yeah.
This is how I learned to maintain my spine angle. Okay, so come on over here. What are we going to right here?
Oh, hitting him off the down.
Man, you know what? I haven't had a range where this has been possible in a long time. And just to give you guys an understanding of this, this ball is a good, 6 inches below my feet, all right? So understand that me hitting this golf ball and compressing it is going to be my chest staying down a lot more, right? So wonderful drill. I actually did a good 400 of these in an afternoon. And man, let me tell you, the compression went through the roof. Watch how much I'm forced to stay over it to make that contact right there. Okay?
Yeah, your chest went down to the
down
ground.
in it. Like I had to go attack that thing.
Yeah.
This is a way, if you have access to the ability to do this at a range, what a great way to learn to stay over it more. You stayed down all right.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, common sense. You hit 50 of these, you're going to be more over the golf ball. Oh, dude, come on. That finish is better. Feel that?
Yeah. That was trapped.
One thing we talked about too, long arms, big guy, not letting the handle get too low.
Yeah.
This forces you to kind of have to go this way.
Well, it forces the beginning of the swing to go up, out this way.
And it's something I have to watch too, and this is interesting. This is something that people have to understand. When you think about arm length relative to body height, okay, this is really weird. I'm like 5'7". Yeah, Kevin, I know, always a smile on his face. When I say it. Always, if Mike were here, it's just relentless, okay? Listen, I get it, guys. Not tall. Okay, ready? But here's the thing. Arms, 6'1".
Yeah, you got a wingspan.
I got a wingspan,
yeah.
Okay? So here's the big thing about this. Me being as high as I can with my hands is butt of the club below my belt, and that's correct for me. And I just flatten my clubs accordingly. Now, some people, shorter arms than their height. Well, guess what? That person would have the butt of the club slightly above their belt buckle. The belt buckle is the textbook one.
Belt buckle standard.
Standard.
Yeah.
But that's if your wingspan matches your height.
Right.
So I want people to understand, when fitting somebody correctly or getting the club laying on the ground correctly, you can't tell me to get my hands up. Like my shoulders, I can't do it. I'd have to stand straight up. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But with the right posture, where I am and where I should be throughout my swing, my hands have to be there. So if anybody sees my low handle and thinks, well, that's not textbook, it's textbook for me. People do that sometimes when they hear push down in the hinge and the takeaway. Sometimes people are already doing that.
It early.
Yeah, it's like, no, you want to start here and you want to just let it build as you go, okay? And another thing to pushing down on that takeaway is not dropping the head. Cameron Sisk and I always talk about this. Chin stays on a glass tabletop, push the handle away. That's what keeps the width and the connection. You push down with the body, well then you're done. Done.
Yeah.
Let me show you this. Look how low, but watch, look at the hips. See how they stay back? And see how low the shaft is and the angle between the hands and the club there? That's only a function of just maintaining spine angle. My left hip's gonna get so far behind my right, the right never has a chance to move closer. Like that's me really exaggerating that feeling.
Yeah.
See that? And I'm finishing in my side bend there.
Yeah.
So you guys will see my hands will be real low in that video that we just took there. But the key is the direction that your hips travel. My lead hip is getting so far behind, and that's what Gavin did really well. In that video I showed you guys of Gavin. Oh, dude. Watch how far that ball's gonna go. Remember what we did yesterday? We actually had the thought yesterday, we were trying to get the heel into the ground.
Yes.
We were trying to feel the heel touch the ground like that. Trying to have the hosel. Watch this, Kev. Zoom in on this and get it for the viewer. Literally just trying to, look how low my hands have to get. Great little rehearsal here for people who are going like this. Because all of his clubs would get that, see when you look at my club here, see how the dirt's even keel across the way there? All the grooves are full. He'd get just that corner.
And when I just did that rehearsal, look.
There it is. See how it's even keel?
Yeah.
You got the dirt all the way across. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And someone like Brad will also, after our session, he'll need to go get his clubs checked. And what fitters a lot of times do is they're going to fit to the flaw.
Yeah.
So you're going to be up here like this, and they're going to bend the heck out of those upright.
They're going to make them
When the reality is, what we should be doing to your clubs, going as flat as possible to where it's not ridiculous, to force you to really stay in your posture. Because athletically, you would respond to that. Hey, Kale, do you have a quick way of knowing how upright this club is?
Yeah, I got a lot of
Be interested. I'm just interested. So it's pretty cool, guys. We have Kale over here from True Spec. We got them right next to us on the range all day. And ever have any questions of fitting clubs? Boom, the boys right here.
It's about 2 degrees flat.
Okay, about 2 degrees flat.
So 9 irons at 61, so it's pretty flat.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. That's actually a blessing. Arnold Palmer had the one club, 8 iron. Ready for this? 5 degrees flat. And he practiced with it all the time. Think about what that forced you to do. It's just, you had to be down in it.
Yeah.
Anything up there, they're just toe digs like you wouldn't believe, right? At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.